Hello and welcome to this video. We'll be looking at the learning plans, how to come up with a learning plan. Remember, learning plan is very important because it will be the one that the session plan will depend on it. You get much of the information from the learning plan. Okay, so welcome. We'll be able to look at the structure of a learning plan. And this one is very important, particularly in the competency-based curriculum, the CBC. Very essential, even in the TVET institutions. Yeah, anywhere that you want to enhance learning and be able to utilize the allocated time efficiently, then you have session plan and learning plan is very important. So for this particular video, the learning plan, check my other videos to be able to see the session plan, how to come up with it. So on the learning plan, you have the reference and have some reference number there. And we first start with the unit of competence. Yeah, unit of competence, we get it from the occupation standard. That is the OS. We have another video to look at the OS. How is it? Yeah, and for this example, is the unit of competence is called demonstrate occupation safety and health practices. Yeah, and I've said that you get the unit of competence from the OS, occupation standard. Then you have the unit code. There, still you get it from the OS. The name of the trainer. Then the full name, admission number. Remember, this example is for somebody or a trainer who is on teaching practice. So you'll have the admission number, teaching practice institution. That's the name of the institution. Yeah, like the name of the institution that you are training. If you are not on teaching practice, like you're on employment, then it's either the level that you are teaching is on training is diploma, degree, or certificate. You put it, you write it there on level, the part of the level. Date of preparation. When did you prepare the learning plan? Write the date when it was prepared. The date of revision. If some revision are done on the learning plan, indicate the date of revision. Yeah, date of revision. Number of trainees. How many trainees will you be training? You write them there. Class, indicate the specific class code depending on the class code depends on the institution. Skill or job task. For this particular example is lead implementation of workplace safety and health program, procedures, policies, guidelines. So you are directed that we should find the skill or job task from the unit of description in the OS. For example, the unit of description in the OS states that this unit specifies the competence required to lead. So this part of the skill or job task, you get them from the OS. In stating the skill or job task, pick where the description starts, and in this case, starts from the lead. You see those doing what? The verbs lead. The trainer, in case of aligning the unit of description, pick the key phrases that describe the skill or job task that you want to be achieved. Yeah, so this part of the skill or job task is very important, and you should get it from the unit description in the OS. Benchmark or criteria to be used. Yeah, this is the first element in the OS. So to be able to write the criteria to be used, you need to look at the elements in the OS. So this the identify workplace hazard as an example is the first element in the OS. Remember, you have the element in the OS. You should have the element and the performance criteria from the OS. So if you pick an element, then these subdivisions like A, B, C are the performance criteria of that particular element. So this now is you find that the learning plan will have this kind of implemented in form of a table whereby you have the week, session number, session title, learning outcome, training activities, activities, resources and references, learning, assessments, reflection, and date. Once you fill this, you will be able now, when it comes to making a session plan, it will be very easy because you will be getting information from this learning plan. So in this example, you can look at it. We have week 1 is session 1, that is the first session, and the session title is hazard and risk indicators in the workplace. So we are guided to develop lesson titles from performance criteria in the OS. So you use the performance criteria in the OS. Learning outcomes. By the end of the session or the session, trainees will be able to explain. That is, you just outline or you state the learning outcomes. Trainer activities. Is what the activities you will be doing as the trainer. The activities that you will be doing as the trainer. Each learning outcome can attract more than one activity. Okay, so this one will be guided by the learning outcomes that you expect to achieve. For example, the trainer poses questions and terms applied in the occupational health safety. Then trainee activities. Each learning outcome can attract more than one activity. Give responses to questions posed. So they'll map when you have trainer activity and trainee activities. Like if the trainer is posing questions, then the trainee activity is now the trainers are expected to be giving responses to the questions that are being posed. Then resources include them like WES curriculum can also be a resource, learning aids. Learning aids can be video clips, presentation slides, infographics. So learning assessments usually assess either knowledge either by oral questioning or written assessments. You can also assess skills by observation, like a project or a portfolio. We can also assess attitudes of the student by observation or external assessors. So you usually assess these elements like knowledge, skills, and attitudes depending on the activities that you are getting into. So you just then reflections and date. This one you come to feel it later after you are done with the training. It's usually filled when your training has been executed. So you reflect on whether the learning outcomes were achieved, and if they were not achieved, what went wrong or what was the mistake, and try to put some mitigations or some solutions or the steps or the plan on how to be able to counter those mistakes that may have come in between, to be able to or that prevented the trainer not to achieve the learning outcomes. So you need to come up with the suggestions or recommendation to be able to counter the distractions that made you not able to meet the learning outcomes. So generally, that is how the learning plan is. You see the various sections, and I say that once you fill this learning plan correctly and appropriately, then coming up with the session plan will be very easy, because you'll just be copying information from this learning plan and filling them on the session plan.